My girlfriend asked me to open up the relationship, because she needed more action in her life, and I agreed, but when I started to get more action than her, she regretted everything. Hi Reddit. So my girlfriend, 24F, and I, 23M, have been going through a very rough time lately, and it all boiled over in the past few days. We have been together for 3 years, and things were going well. For the most part we got along and would rarely fight. Even when we did, we would often both cool down and talk it out not long after. However, about 2 weeks ago my girlfriend approached me and asked if I wanted to open our relationship. I was immediately shocked and I almost thought she was joking at first. She said that she really loves me and wants to be with me, but before we get more serious she wants to get more experience. She was my first everything and she has been with 2 other guys. I shot down the idea and told her I wasn't comfortable with it. She kept badgering me about it but eventually relented when she realized I wasn't budging and that seemed like the end of it. However, a few days later she came to me again and asked me more aggressively about it, and was insinuating that we might have to take a break if we can't just try opening our relationship for a few months. Considering it was basically we take a break or I just give her this. I relented and said we could open up the relationship. 2 days later I got home from work and saw she was dressed up and I asked what for. She said that she was going out to the bar with her friends, and she wouldn't be back until tomorrow. I immediately recognized what this meant and asked if she would rather spend the night in with me, but she said she really wanted to do this. Eventually she left and I was left sitting alone watching TV getting drunk. I got sad so I called one of my close friends, 23F, and was telling her about the situation. After we talked for a while I asked her if she wanted to come over and drink because I was feeling like crap being alone. After she got there and we hung out for a bit, drinking and discussing the open relationship and how upset I was. My friend suggested that if my girlfriend was essentially cheating on me I might as well enjoy the perks of an open relationship too. I'm sure you could see what happened there and I won't get into details, but it made me feel a lot better. Flash forward to the next morning, I wake up to my girlfriend freaking out and asking me what the hell my friend and I were doing in our bed. I told her what happened and she got mad. She told me that she didn't even do anything last night and ended up crashing at her friend's house. She now wants to close our relationship back off and make me prove my loyalty for cheating on her. We never discussed any rules or anything like that, so I really don't see how I did anything wrong. So am I in the wrong for participating in the open relationship that my girlfriend suggested? A ton of people were inquiring about how the whole situation played out and asking me for an update. It's been an incredibly hectic month for me, but things have started to settle down and I'm ready to update. So for starters, my girlfriend and I ended up officially breaking up a few days after my initial post. It was not a pretty scene. She kept calling me a cheater and telling me what a piece of garbage I was for cheating on her. I took this for a few days while I tried to figure out what to do, but eventually I snapped back at her one day. I should have tried to keep my cool, but I told her she is genuinely the stupidest person I've ever met in my life for thinking an open relationship would work out, and it's her fault everything blew up. I told her I played by her rules and it's not my fault I found someone to hook up with faster than she could. She told me she didn't want to cheat on me, she wanted to explore, and I should have understood. We went in circles arguing for a bit, but I eventually told her to get out of my apartment. I pay rent and my name is on the lease, and I had to threaten to call the cops before she realized I was serious. She of course then broke down crying, saying she had nowhere to go and told me she loved me and wanted to make things work. I held firm and told her to leave. After she was out I immediately felt better, realized that relationship was terrible for me. The next day I called up my friend, who I slept with in the original post, and asked if she wanted to come over and drink and game. She said yes, and of course given what happened last time we ended up hooking up again. My ex ended up coming by the next day to pick up the rest of her stuff, and boy let me tell you she was not happy to see my friend. She didn't start anything, but I could tell by the way she was acting she was seething. My friend and I ended up talking more and more after that, until I eventually officially asked her out and she said yes. We have been together for the past month, and to say this is a healthier, better relationship would be an understatement. I have been friends with her for a long time and I think we've both always sort of had a thing for each other but never really acted on it until we were basically handed the perfect opportunity by my ex. We have a lot more in common and we are a lot better at communicating with each other, and so far this whole relationship has been amazing. Thank you all for the advice on the previous post, I really appreciate it.